So when I tune into your podcast, what are the benefits to me for being a listener or being a viewer? What am I going to get out of being part of your receiving part of your content?
I would summarize three benefits. First thing, it would be a place where you can get honest opinions on the various challenges we all are facing right now in the cyber world. The second would be getting ideas or different point of views on how to solve those challenges. And third would be the future trends which are shaping
Oh,
our cyber world, where we are going, and how should we be better prepared for what's coming.
yeah. Okay, so these are authentic stories about, people who are every day doing their work, and they will be able to tell their story about how they were able to defend against a certain attack, or not necessarily anything threatening like that, but an operation that they were setting up for, how they configured it, and also, how the, they leveraged internet to make their work much easier and at the same time secure, right? And also a source of inspiration. That's extremely valuable because somebody listening to somebody doing something, then suddenly will get ideas about something they may be thinking about. So that's important. I see. Okay. So clearly that will keep the listener up to date with anything real going on as well as towards the future. So, give us some examples about subject that you intend to discuss.
Subjects can be pretty varied. We would discuss wins, how our guests overcome various challenges, how certain cyber security features happened, like going into deep dive, how the best people in the industry are making sure that we are all protected. It can be current events and threats in terms of espionage from China or nation state actors like Russia. No topic is off the table.
Yeah. So, for example, one of the most common things that come up when I work with different clients is password management, right? So that's a very it's every day, and especially today with you really cannot prove who you are without having a smartphone, right? So it's always the case, and at the same time, you are sometimes you want to share some of your access codes. So when you work in an organization, you have access codes associated with the company. This is always I see today still to this day. I work with companies and I say, what is your policy for sharing passwords? They say, oh, we just have an Excel file and then we share things like that. So, this, for example, is a real hands on topic. So, what I'm getting a sense of is you are really going to be discussing things that are hands on as well as high level policy kind of stuff, right?
Correct. Correct.
And give us some more examples of some specific that you would like to get into. What is, for example, your favorite subject when it comes to the cyber operations?
Right now, we are looking a lot into two main things. One is zero trust cyber security. How do you view cyber security from a much bigger picture? Like, how do you interact various components like the user, device, data, application, and so on, and get one complete picture to protect to better protect? Zero trust is you never trust and you always verify. So that is one of the main focus. Like, how do you verify with the with the right amount of data to make the right decision? That's one of the main topics that we would like to discuss. Second thing is the role that AI is playing right now. AI has made us has sped up the process of us being able to protect from cyber threat, but it has also made it much easier for the hackers to be able to do deepfakes or run tools. And a lot of tools themselves, they have a lot of security concerns. You have like people sharing their company's confidential information on chat GPT, uh, people installing AI agents which can access anything on your network. So there are a lot of challenges that come with AI.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, as soon as you mention AI, then that's it. The doors open. There's
Okay.
all kinds of threats coming in. Okay. My next question to you is: I ask everyone who has a podcast is, why are you doing this? Why have a podcast?
It's a nice way to just talk to people and have a personal conversation. Busy, at least in my field, putting out fires. It's just good to take a break and talk to people and just see where they are and how we can help each other do our jobs better, lead a much more safer life, and our family and friends also in the process.
Yeah, this is true because especially in technology, you work remotely, right? Remote work
Yes,
means that you don't have to leave your home, but that means that you are behind the desk all day, every day.
yes,
You don't go anywhere, no fresh air,
yeah,
no nothing. It's in fact, because it's convenient, you end up working even longer hours. So it
yes,
becomes a fairly isolating kind of a way to work. And unfortunately, that's where the world is today. And podcast, of course, will help make connections. And then also at the same time, by sharing those best practices, sharing stories, you're helping other people, right? Yeah, it's a good way to do it.